Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we are going to start our newest project in the shop. As you can see, we've got a big list here from Milltek. All these boxes, there's boxes stacked up behind this box, more boxes here, all getting ready for our next build. So the next build, you guys have seen us do SUVs in the past. This is going to be another SUV, but this one I think is going to be a little different than the ones in the past. Now we've done a Land Rover Defender 90 with smaller engine previously with the Urban Widetrack package. This one that we're going to be doing this time is the big dog. We're talking about the Land Rover Defender 110 Carpathian or Carpathian. I don't know how to say that exactly, but Carpathian Edition, which you guys can see right here in our first stall. So this client found us through Milltek's website. They're actually on the east side of the state. We talked on the phone while he was in New Zealand and decided he wanted to tackle this project. As you guys can see, it already has the Steck matte PPF applied to it, which we're actually going to replace a couple panels. There's some blemishes here we don't like. And also we're going to apply Steck to the rest of the pieces that we put on the car. But what's really cool about this car is this is getting the full treatment. So we're not just talking about you know, the flares and some step-up bars and the wheels and tires, but we're doing everything from the full vented carbon hood, which is going to be a really slick piece. I haven't opened it up, but I imagine it's going to be nasty. We've got a carbon grille overlay. We have the Widetrack fender flares, which really add dimension on the side here that I really like. We're going to have the side vents. We have Vossen, let's see, 22 by 10.5 UVX wheels. These wheels are sick. I'm really excited to see those on the car. And this is going to be different than the other Defender that we did in the fact that this client wants to do a street looking car. He's not going to take it off road, so it's going to have a street tire on it. So more, I would say, city cruiser rather than off-road, commanding feel behind it. On top of the rest of the stuff, we've got bonnet vent set, the XRS badging, a lot of the best of British bonnet vent set, which that's these things. They have their own. Urban has their own branding on them, which are really cool. And then on the back of the car, that's where I really like the presence and how things change. Obviously, we're going to have our Widetrack on the back, but full carbon exposed rear wing, which I like, and then the Urban spare tire cover really adds some presence. And then underneath, this is the supercharged V8. We're going to be installing the Milltek full black Cerakoted exhaust system to replace this factory setup. So not only will the car look more aggressive, I think it's going to sound more aggressive. We're also doing the valve adapters and the silencer bypass pipes. So overall, this is going to be an insane build, one that you would primarily see in the UK and that we're happy to have here in the shop and show you guys what we can do with the Defender. So now Justin and I are going to go back over to the pallet racking, get all the boxes, break them down, get everything situated and organized, and see what we need to send to the body shop and what we can start installing on the car. And then we'll start to break the car down and show you guys the transformation process. Welcome back, guys. Justin has been working away on our Land Rover Defender project. I'm busy upstairs working on the computer, getting ready for the Michigan Auto Salon. We'll show you guys some of that stuff when that event arrives. But Justin been making great progress. I wanted to kind of stop in and show you guys some of the stuff that's going on. So something I didn't mention in the beginning of the video were these Foglight additions and daytime running lights that we're adding to this vehicle. So these are inserts that you actually remove the front bumper section and the old bezel, and you cut a hole out in here, which Justin will come back and file and clean up. But we just wanted to show you real quick how these kind of will pop into place and how they'll just push back a little bit further and how that fitment and match is perfect. Now with this comes the new running light, which you can see right here. So these actually have a halo on them in the eyeball. They're really nice pieces. They're going to match the headlights great and look really good. Obviously, Urban also provides you with all of the looming factory style connectors, and then we just tap into the wiring for the power source. But something else I wanted to show you guys is follow me back here, Justin. Now, everybody always sees the finished product, but like I said, nobody's perfect. We're not perfect. Companies that we work with aren't perfect, and that's why it's important we choose who we work with. But this is a really awesome piece to see. So I'm going to show you guys a little something before it's actually finished. So if you take a look at this, this is Veed dry carbon. This is going to be our rear wing, the XRS wing from Urban. That's going to go on the back of this car. I actually kind of like it in dry like that. But this was not supposed to arrive like this. So this is an unfinished piece prepped for clear coat. This was something that slipped through QC at Urban, and we contacted them, and within 24 hours, they're working on a resolution and getting us a brand new piece overnighted from the UK to replace this. This is exactly why it's important to have companies, or for us to choose companies that really understand the importance behind what we do and also put that importance into the part and customer service behind it. So there'll be companies we just don't work with, whether it's somebody's preference or not. It's just our experience. If they've stood behind what they've done, this is a perfect example of, hey guys, that's our mistake. No problem. We'll get right on it. We convey that to the client and we get it taken care of. So again, that's just another thing that we do here, because at the end of the day, the client will hold us responsible, and we want to make sure we're acting in the best interest for the client. So I'm going to let Justin get back to work on this. You can obviously see the car's been disassembled. We've got some parts laid out. Got the exhaust here. We're going to get working on the exhaust later today. And then we'll bring you up to speed as we make some more progress on this build. So what's up, guys? We've got the car obviously down off of the lift. We've got the exhaust installed. It sounds insane. Can't wait to show you guys or let you hear that after we're all done here. You can see the tips, Cerakoted black, look great. But today I'm going to show you guys kind of what we're doing on the side of the car. So with this Widetrack package, it comes with extended fender flares, which are really exaggerated, look really good, especially with the wheel and tire package that we're going to put on here. So you can see Justin already has this somewhat prepped. He went ahead and got the actual fender flares that you can see here on the carpet taped onto the car. Then after taping those on the car, he went ahead and made a template of the trimming of the PPF that needed to be done. So the reason why we trim back that PPF is so that when these are urethane to the car, that's right, I said urethane, no bolts, no hardware. These are urethane the way that we do all of our wide bodies and stuff like that, which is the proper installation method. We will clamp them, tape them all along the edge to get a nice clean fit and finish. But as those are urethaned, we want to make sure it wasn't attached to the PPF. That way it wasn't pulling on the PPF, or if something happened, it wasn't creating separation between the PPF and the paint itself. Now that all of that is already cut back and trimmed, the primer that all comes with the kit is on the car itself and also on the parts. Now, something that I really like about Urban's parts are this. So you can see they make an amazing quality part. It's basically stamped and finished just like a factory part. And they have these really cool grooves and these pads that are raised to catch our urethane. So we'll build up these edges, and then both of us will get them set into place, and then we'll go around that entire edge, make sure that our gap is uniform around the entire edge, and also our sensors up front. After that's done, we're going to let that set up for about 24 hours. Then we can come back, start to remove the clamps and the tape, and take a look at it, and it should all look really good. One little part I wanted to show you guys. You can see under here, I don't know if the camera will pick it up. Why don't you come in under here? Yeah, that's right. This isn't a GT3 RS or a new Technica. It's just a Defender. But how about an all carbon hood? And before we close it and show you guys really what it looks like all done, I just want to give you a little teaser of how insane this hood is. Basically 4 carbon vents. Justin already got the matte finish. We'll have the Urban lettering that will go on here, which looks really good. But this truck is going to be completely transformed. Once the wheels and tires, flares, everything get on it, it's going to be like unlike anything else around here, especially to this magnitude of a build. Not many people are willing to go through what it takes to create one of these. I'm excited that this client wanted to do that and that we are the shop to install it. So nothing left to do other than let's get working on these flares and get this car wrapped up. And we've got one fender flare in place. So that kind of just gives you an idea of how much clamping and positioning we do to get the fitment just right on these Widetrack arches. But right now, why don't you follow me over? We're going to go to the wheel tire area and show you guys some really slick wheels that are going on this build. So if you guys aren't familiar, Vossen Forged does Novatec wheels, private label, and they also do the Urban wheels. What's really cool about this is the first set of Urban wheels we have done. These are forged, and these are super, super slick look. So it's the Urban Automotive. They've got their center cap, this really cool aero disc detail on it. So it's a one-piece forged 22-inch wheel, obviously in satin black. I think these wheels mounted and balanced to our tires, which these tires are going to be a street tire. So it's not going to be your typical on-road, off-road tire like we've done in the other build. But this particular one's going to be a street cruiser, and I think it's going to look really good with the Michelin's mounted to these 22s, and I can't wait to see them on with the fender flares and everything. So I'm going to get these mounted and balanced today, and then I think we'll, Justin and I will get the rest of the flares in place, and then be able to get it up, put these on, and show you guys what it looks like when it's finally on the ground. All right, so I think we're nearing the end of this project. We've got the XRS carbon fiber rear spoiler on. Obviously, you guys can see the Urban tire carrier cover on the back. We've got the wheels and tires mounted and balanced, and we have the flares on. Everything came out great. Justin applied PPF to everything. So now all we've got left to do here is go out and drive it with the new tune module installed, make sure everything's good to go. Then we'll bring it back and we'll show you guys the car outdoors, full 360, give it a start up so you can hear what it sounds like. Car sounds nasty now. Just an amazing transformation from where this car started. And we're excited to see it on the road.